'Tis the time of the season for Halloween. Hey my gorgeous foxes, and thank you for joining me on my channel today. My name is ImogenHearts, and I'm a makeup artist. I'm annoying, and that's about it. Okay, so originally I wasn't going to be filming these types of videos anymore. I think that I have expressed the direction I want to take my channel in. However, it's Halloween, okay? I can't just leave you guys hanging high and dry for Halloween looks, so I thought what I'm going to do on my channel during the Halloween season,
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Is I'm just going to be filming very like cut and dry videos for you guys. I will be showing you how it is that I do the makeup looks that I am doing. So in today's video, we are going to be transforming ourselves into Zero from A Nightmare Before Christmas. How cool is that? I've actually been wanting to do this particular look for a while now, and I saw a couple of people last year do it, and then I got really intimidated and didn't do it. So this is going to be my loose interpretation of Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. Is he not the cutest though? A little ghost dog with a pumpkin nose. Like, I also want to dedicate this video to my very best friend. She is one of the biggest Nightmare Before Christmas fans I have ever seen in my life, and I just really knew she would appreciate this. So this one's for you, Ashton. I love you so much. So without further ado, let's get started. I always feel like it looks like I'm naked. Not naked, I just take my shirts and I put them down here. Also, can we not make fun of me for this? I got this at TJ Maxx the other day and I was like, oh, this is perfect, because I always wear a hat, but I get like really hot. But this ended up being like larger than life. This is way bigger than I anticipated. Do we look cute? Do we look cute? This is the face of someone who is ready to do makeup. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do for this look is I'm going to block out my eyebrows. I'm really sorry, but I am not going to be giving you guys a step-by-step instructional video on how to block out your eyebrows, because I am terrible at it, and it just wouldn't be of any value to you. It's barely of value to me. So we're gonna do a little bit of editing magic, and well, so my brows are done. That was probably terrible. I'll never be a TikToker. So like I said, I'm just terrible at brows. So I just, here they are. Next up, I'm going to be applying a primer, and I want it to be a pore filling primer because using the white, it tends to show cracks and crinkles and all of that a little more than a normal foundation would. So I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I actually don't really like this particular primer for regular foundation or a regular makeup look. It tends to sit funny on my skin over a long length of time, but when I'm doing something like a face paint or a body paint, it's really good for short term. So if you're looking for a really good long term, I wouldn't suggest this, but I never wear this stuff very long. I literally like put it on, take pictures, then take it off. So for the foundation portion of this, or the actual like white coverage for Zero today, I personally do a two-step process when it comes to body painting myself white. And that's because I have a lot of issues with white paint not looking super opaque on my skin. I don't know whether it's my skin tone or my painting technique, whatever it may be. This is the process that I found works best for me, so I get that nice full opacity of the white on the skin. And that is first going in with a body paint. Today I am going to be using my Mayron Paradise Paint in white, and then I am going to be going over the top of that with my LA Girl Pro Coverage foundation. I think it's called white. It's in white. Who'da thunk? And I totally forgot to rinse out my brushes from last night. Be right back. Okay, we're back, and you know, I was totally prepared for this video. I would be horrible in any kind of like disaster situation, like a zombie apocalypse is happening, everybody's getting their tactical gear on, they've got guns, and I'm over in the corner with a bag of potato chips watching some conspiracy theory shit, going, is something happening? Should I be concerned? Nah, I'd die first. I'd be the first one to go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and paint my first layer with the Paradise Paint. I'm gonna go ahead and take down down the Paradise paint onto my chest, but kind of like loosely map out the bottom half of Zero, because he's floaty and he's flowy. He's a ghost. He floats in the wind.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities.
Okay, just really quick, I'm just gonna tell you guys. Every single time I paint myself white, I feel like the scene from Mrs. Doubtfire. Like, hello! It's so stupid. But seriously, I mean, do I not? Well, hello! Is that what they even say? I don't even remember what he says there. Okay, I'll shut up and just keep painting.
I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep.
Okay, so first layer is done. I've got this like kind of like just flowy thing. This looks delightful though. I just am so pleased. So now I'm going to go in with that white foundation over top of this. I won't be going down on the chest area. I just do the foundation on my face. In the chest area, I will do a second layer of the white paint. So the foundation is just for my facial portion. Again, you can do this however you want. This is just how I am going to be doing this particular look. Well, hello!
I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Okay, now just like I would with my normal foundation routine or anything like that, I'm going to use a concealer. I am using my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. Okay, now that we have our entire base down, I need to set this because if not, it's just gonna slide and go everywhere. It's gonna be terrible. So I need to set it with a translucent powder. Make sure your translucent powder that you're using to set a white foundation or a white paint is truly translucent. Some translucent powders do still have a little bit of pigment to them, and they will actually darken the white and make it less bright and dull, and it'll actually give it more of a fleshy skin tone. So make sure that you're using a true translucent shadow, not shadow, powder when you're doing this. Today I am going to be using my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Translucent Magic Powder, Magic Star something. I don't know. It smells so good, and that's pretty much the only reason why I'm using it. I have a million translucent powders, and if your face could just smell like cotton candy all the time, would you not want it to smell like cotton candy? Who would say no to that? Crazy people? Yes. Is this weird? Tell me it's weird. I don't even care. Oh, it just smells weird. Then I go in with a brush, and it like packs it on a little bit more densely. Oh, there we go. That's a good little packing. Cool. You know, the one day that I decide to film a video and my foundation is just, you know, it's just gonna be like, I see you, foundation. Jerk. Probably could take me a little bit more serious if I didn't look like the weird ice cream guy. You know who I'm talking about? Have you ever seen that commercial? Oh my gosh, if you haven't seen it, Google it. Just type in YouTube like creepy white guy ice cream commercial. I'm sure it will pop up. It is so bizarre. You know what? I'll link it down below. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below because that's what I'm feeling like. He like eats his own head. We're sidetracked. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyways, let's... Did you guys miss me? Did you miss me? I'm a hot mess. I hope you didn't forget that. So I want to contour this a little bit, and I want to use more gray tone shades with maybe a little touch of brown in them, but I much want them on the gray side. So for that, I am going to be using my Jeffree Star Cremated palette. I don't really care how you feel about Jeffree Star. He makes great products, so I'm gonna use them. That's all I'll say about that. And from this, I'm going to be using Last Respects. It's this like muddy gray brown type shade, I want to say. And I'm going to contour like I would normally. However, usually when I do these types of looks, I contour down onto the chest. But I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently on the chest, because on the chest area, this is supposed to be like a flowy sheet. Not a sheet, but his under appendage thing.
Tape my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profane.
So now I'm going to go in with Embalmed and kind of cool things down just a little bit. Also, Embalmed has just like a slight bit of shimmer in it, and I think that'll look nice, so nice on the skin, because he's supposed to be a ghost, right? So it's kind of translucent-y, right? Okay, so now we're gonna work on the eyes a little bit. And for the eyes, I am going to be building color, well, lack of color. It's going to be a lot of blacks and gray toned shades. I really want the only colors in this particular look being the orange of his pumpkin nose and then his red collar. And then for the eyes, we're going to do just a really deep, dark, spooky, gray, hollowed out thing, because Zero's eyes are just like hollow holes. There's really nothing there. So I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit. This is the cream eyeshadow in Bat Temper. Where'd my voice go there? My voice just got up and ran away, apparently. I want to make this kind of a halo eye situation so that we have some sort of depth to it. So I'm going to first start out building with our black. And we're going to get pretty loose with this. We're going to be sloppy. Sloppy is okay. So now I'm going to take a brush and just gently go around kind of the edge of this and smoke it out a little bit. We're just going to pad. I'm going to keep the center of the eye pretty naked. We're going to do a halo eye, but like with a static effect, if that makes any sense at all. Instead of having a very structured like V shape or U shape, or just tapping in the middle, I want to do kind of almost like a zigzaggy, so it looks kind of staticky. And I want to keep this really rounded, because again, it's just two big black round holes. I mean, that's Zero. So I want to state before anybody clicks off the video, because this looks whack. Almost all of my looks look crazy until the moment they don't. Okay? Hang in there. Hold on. Just hang with me. Sooner or later, this won't look like crap. You just have to get there. You just ride it out with me, okay? So now I want to build up smoking out the edges of the look. So I'm going to use various different shades throughout here. We're going to be using probably some Wednesday, some Embalmed, some Life Insurance. Can you see? No, you can't. We're going to be using Death Blow to kind of buff things out a little bit. We might use RIP. We're probably going to use Solemnly Swear, I don't know. And then of course we're going to use Hearse to like deepen the black areas and stuff. And then I think we're going to go in with Angel of Death, which is this one right here, which is my most used shade in this palette so far, besides this guy that's destroyed down here.
Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me.
Now that we look like a smoky little raccoon, we are going to go in with Hearse. And I want to focus most of the darkest black around the actual eye itself. So it looks like it's a gradation, like, you know, sucking in. But I want that deepest black point to be the center of the eye. Oh, some of my glue is just coming off. How cute. Well, isn't that just great? So I want to make that as deep and as dark as we possibly can. Again, just to make that look really sunken in. And then I'm going to go back over the top of this black, kind of leaving like just a haze of it around the edge, still matte. But we're going to go in with Angel of Death around the, again, like the most center portion, because that's going to make it look even more deep and depthful. That's not a word, I'm pretty sure it's not. But I want to give this as much depth as possible, but still make it look glam. You know what I mean? Okay, so we are at the part of the makeup look where I need to pray. I don't know how this is going to work out. We're going to see. But what I'm going to do is start off with a Q-tip and some micellar water. This is how I like to take off my makeup when I'm doing like a cut crease or a whatever. So what I'm going to try to do is basically make my straight line, and then I think I'm going to go in with a brush with a little bit of the makeup remover on it and kind of cut out this like zigzag type of pattern over the eye and really just, you know, say it, dear babe Jesus, let this go well.
Everything, fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What I'm going to attempt to do now is kind of fill this hole in with Vanilla ice cream from Wet n Wild Beauty. So this is another one of their liquid catsuit eyeshadows. What I'm going to do is just take like a flat shader brush, and I'm going to, first we're going to start here, and then we're going to tap our way down. So there's the base, and then just gonna kind of make these lines through. I have no idea what I'm doing. In my head, this was gonna be really cool. I'm sure it'll look good at the end. Just have faith. Just have a little faith. We're gonna take these zigzaggy type shapes, I guess. This is what we're doing. This is turning into a mess. I feel like this is 90% of my makeup looks. Me just winging it and hoping and praying to God that by the end it looks cool, because at the moment I'm nervous. What I might end up doing a little later is maybe taking the Miron Paradise paint and making some just really stark white against the black lines to really get that effect going, you know, because I want it to look like, that doesn't help describe what I'm trying. It's in my head. It's there. Make tutorials, they say. It'll be great, they say. So now I'm just going to take the white Death Blow from this palette again and just kind of tap that over all of these areas that I've put this random white liquid eyeshadow. We're going to throw glitter on this, so it's not going to matter too much, you know? Whenever you just make a big whoopsie, you just throw glitter on it and it just makes everything better. I'm gonna do the other eye and then we're gonna come back and regroup. Okay, so while I was looking through my makeup collection for some glitter, I stumbled across this. It's called a Wonder Swipe 2-in-1 liner to shadow from Rimmel London. And this one is in the shade, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. The sticker that's supposed to have the shade is gone. I don't know how long I've had this. I don't ever think I've even opened it before until just a few seconds ago to check to see what it looked like. But it's this really gorgeous, like iridescentness. Maybe throw a little of that on there, throw some glitter on there, throw some rhinestones, and hope and pray to God that this starts looking like something cool. Do you guys like how confident I am when I'm doing my makeup? This is me on the regular. This isn't just for this video. Ooh, it's pretty. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. I like it. I like it. I like a lot. So we're just making slices. I don't know why I'm calling them slices. I mean, it doesn't add like a ton, but it adds this like really pretty iridescent effect, which I thoroughly enjoy. So we're gonna go with it. I mean, it's already on, so there's no going back. But I am pleased with how that's kind of looking. Okay, cool. So that added a really nice like iridescent effect. So I'm not going to go too heavy in with the glitter, but I am going to use the Violet Voss. I think these are just like the it's just a glitter. This one is in the shade Milky Way, and I'm just kind of tapping that on in no rhyme or reason type of fashion. I want the glitter to be very subtle. I don't want this to be like the glitter show. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some mascara and eyelashes, and then we'll be back to work on the nose. Also, I like how I just said we, as if there's more than one of me. Or is there? Is there more than one of me? I don't know. Okay, so now lashes are on, all that jazz. We need to start working on the nose area. And I kind of want to make this pop and look a little bit 3D-ish. So I'm going to start by putting the black shadow just in like a circular area around where I'm going to be putting the pumpkin. Kind of loosely doing it on the top portion because that's where it would be the lightest shadow-wise. And then the heaviest here at the bottom of the nose, here on the side. So I'm just going to taper that out. Now I'm going to go in with an orange from Mayron. I think it's just orange. Yeah, this one's just orange. And I'm going to wet it down to activate it. And then we're going to draw a little circle here. Ooh, this particular orange is very, very, very Cheeto-y. Very Cheeto. I want this to be large enough to be able to easily paint the face on it. But I also don't want it to like overtake and consume my whole nose. Okay, while that is drying, I'm actually gonna move down to now the mouth. For this portion, I'm actually not gonna complete the mouth all the way because I plump my lips. You guys know this. I feel like Frosty the Snowman at the moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw the outer portion of the lip, and for that I am again just gonna be taking Mayron Paradise Paint, and this one is in the shade black. Okay, so Zero's mouth kind of comes up and has like a little bit of a rounded thing at the end. I think it's to make him kind of look more like he's smiling almost. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this up, and Zero's mouth is pretty large, you know. I mean, it's like his whole freaking face. So I think I'm going to take this pretty far out here. So I think we'll stop right about, yeah, that looks like a good spot to stop. And I'm going to take the end of one of my makeup brushes so that I can get a very circular thingy here at the end of his mouth. That sounds right. There is nothing I hate more than trying to get things to look symmetrical on my face. Oh, okay, here we go. Well, that's just not symmetrical at all. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a little bit of white pigment and tap that on the pumpkin guy here. And that's just to bring highlight in the areas that it would be highlighted. And now it's time to get out our little fine detail brush here and paint on the details of the pumpkin face, which is just a pretty standard pumpkin face, I'm pretty sure.
Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out.
Holy Jesus, for the love of God, that was miserable. Okay, now we're gonna work on the chest area. I never want to paint a tiny pumpkin on my nose ever again for as long as I live. Also, I changed my mind about putting a second coat of paint on the chest area, and this is because it's supposed to be more translucent, you know what I mean? I'm looking at this and it's just so flowy. So we're not gonna do a second coat on the chest area, and so we're just gonna work with what we got. And the start of that is I'm gonna outline this in black, and then I'm gonna add a few spots to make this look wrinkled or like it's in motion. And then we're gonna paint the color on. And for that, I am going to use Mayron Paradise Paint in red.
It's music till the wick burns out. Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep. I live inside my own world of make-believe.
Okay, so now I'm basically going to do some finishing touches. I'm going to go through and put some shading here on the chest piece and then a few shades here, maybe around the mouth. And then we're going to come back for the highlighter and we're going to throw on a wig and call this a day. Maybe. I don't know. I might still throw rhinestones on it. I haven't decided yet, okay? Just, you know, let me be myself, which is undecisive and a mess. Okay. Now, we've reached the point that is my favorite part of every makeup look, and that's the highlighter. And today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be using Sugar Pills Loose Pigment, and this is in the shade Ghosted. And why I want to use this one is it has like a pinky hue to it. Probably not going to be able to see that. I am great at YouTube. But I'm going to first spray my face down with some finishing spray. That way the highlighter has a really nice like tacky base. Because we're using paints and stuff, it's harder for it to stick to. So here we go. And I'm going to start applying that all the places that I normally would. And I'm going to do a packing motion at first. I'm not getting the payoff that I want here. So we're going to probably wet this down. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Okay, I lied. We're gonna shift gears here because I really need something that is just going to pop. This is a very dead looking look and I need something to give it a little bit of zhuzh pizzazz, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my favorite highlighter of all time and that's Glazed Donut. And this is the Ofra Nikki Tutorials. That's what I was trying to say. Collaboration. And this highlight, there we go. That's going to build up nicely. This is my favorite highlighter of all time because you can just build it as much as you want and it just packs on that glow. Oh, and it's such a nice glow. Okay, I'm going to soften the edge here. Man, the one thing I'm disappointed in, you guys won't get to see. I'll try to throw up pictures at the end so you can see what it's like with the effect. I am out currently of any of my Solera lenses, which are the lenses that would cover my entire eye bibble and make them look completely blacked out. And that's what I want to do for this look. So you won't be able to get the full effect of this. So I will put pictures because I don't think this is going to look quite right unless it's like full-blown black. So just keep that in mind. What I'm gonna do is throw in some last details. I'm gonna plump my lips. For lipstick, I am going to be using Black Moon Cosmetics Sleepwalker liquid lipstick. So I'm just gonna plump them and then kind of connect all this together with the lipstick. And I'm also gonna be throwing on a wig. So I will see you in just a moment when the look is complete. And 0, right? How's that? Again, I don't feel like you can get the full effect unless I had my black contact lenses in, but I don't. So forgive me for that. And she's not exactly what I wanted her to look like, but we got close enough. So anyways, if you liked this, hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video because I would really like to make more Halloween videos. So if this video gets 20 likes, 20, that's all I'm asking for, 20, I'm gonna do another video for Halloween. You'll get more Halloween tutorials. That's it, 20. So smash that like button if you want to. So again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this and I can't wait to see you on my very next video. So there's really not anything else to say. So, okay, bye!